Back in September, I counted down the worst Disney animated movie villains. Now, thanks to your votes on my Twitter, we get to cover the best. I'm Walter Benasiak, and this is Top 5. With Disney-cember just ending, I think it's safe to say that the Mouse House is still fresh in all our minds. And what is Disney better known for than its roster of iconic villains? There are many great antagonists that have given our heroes a run for their money across Disney's 80-plus years of animated feature films. We love to hate them, and a lot of the time they steal the show while becoming the highlight of their respective movies. As expected, this list was far from a simple one to put together. I had a really tough time choosing just 5 of these evildoers to occupy the spots on today's countdown. Everyone has their favorites, and I think the following bad guys are the best that Disney has ever come out with. These are the top 5 best Disney animated movie villains. Number 5. Cruella De Vil from 101 Dalmatians. Cruella De Vil might be the most appropriately named Disney villain ever made. She's an old-school friend of Anita whose dog, Perdita, just gave birth to a litter of puppies. She wants to buy the pups so she can turn them into a fur coat. Cruella is obsessed with fur, and her obsession manifests itself in her actions more and more as the film goes on. Her signature look, attitude, and theme song have made her one of the most well-known Disney animated characters. When I think Disney villain, Cruella is the first name that comes to mind. It's difficult to find a more popular antagonist among these bad guys. I mean, it says it all in her song.
Cruella De Vil, Cruella De Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will.
Oh,
to
Roger.
see her is to take a sudden chill.
Oh.
Cruella.
101 Dalmatians came out in 1961. That's some serious staying power. Years before Disney was rebooting all of their classic animated features into live-action movies, Glenn Close was portraying Cruella in the 1996 101 Dalmatians remake. Her status as one of Disney's top villains has never really waned. She just oozes charismatic evil. And what's more evil than wanting to kill puppies and wear them? Nothing! That's what. Number 4. Ursula from The Little Mermaid. Ursula is a sea witch who has had it out for Ariel's father, King Triton, for years. Her ambition is to control the seas as its ruler. Her plan to do just that and take down King Triton involves tricking Ariel with a magically binding contract which forces Triton to give in to her demands. Ursula's design, voice, and flamboyant demeanor have helped her persona last as one of Disney's most iconic adversaries. I don't think there's a Disney villain out there who loves being evil nearly as much as Ursula. She does some dastardly things in The Little Mermaid and thoroughly enjoys every single second of them. That's why she's so much fun.
She may be the key to Triton's undoing. Life's full of tough choices, isn't it?
She's unapologetically wicked. Poor unfortunate souls sums her up pretty well.
Yes, I've had the odd complaint, but on the whole, I've been a saint. To those poor unfortunate souls.
Several times in the movie, you can see her dirty deeds on full display, like when she transforms into a young human woman to gain the affection of Prince Eric. And it's even better when she changes back.
You're too late!
She's got the deal with the devil gimmick down, and the climax involving her is thrilling. It still looks great and is genuinely exciting. Don't ever turn your back on this, Acalia. Ursula is as evil as they come. Number 3. Judge Claude Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Frollo is a Parisian justice minister who begrudgingly raises Quasimodo after he kills his mother. He is an especially cruel and evil man who genuinely believes that every terrible act he commits is permissible because they are in the name of God. He despises the local gypsies and often tries to wipe them out with his gang of soldiers. Apparently celibate, Frollo finds himself lusting after the beautiful gypsy Esmeralda and struggles deeply with this. To purge these feelings, he sets out to either convince Esmeralda to be with him or kill her as a witch. Frollo is maybe the darkest Disney villain they've made up to this point. His motivations are surprisingly mature for a kids movie. Not unwelcome, but definitely a departure from the run-of-the-mill Disney bad guy. He seems to love torturing people.
You know, my last captain of the guard was a bit of a disappointment to me. Well, no matter. I'm sure you'll whip my men into shape.
And he's also creepy as hell in this scene with Esmeralda.
Gypsies don't do well inside stone walls.
What are you doing?
I was just imagining a rope around that beautiful neck.
How he treats Quasimodo and thinks that other people are so far beneath him shows just how dangerous he can be, especially when it comes to the gypsies.
You idiot! That wasn't kindness, it was cunning! She's a gypsy! Gypsies are not capable of real love!
The highlight of the film is Frollo's song, Hellfire. It depicts his lust, self-hatred, and almost guilt for what he feels inside. It's a fascinating character moment that stands out not just in the movie, but in all of Disney's animated features.
This fire in my skin, this burning desire is turning me to sin.
We haven't seen the likes of Frollo since The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Maybe they thought this kind of character was too mature for kids. I might agree to a certain extent, but I think it would be great to see our Disney villains go in a similar direction a little more often. Number 2. Scar from The Lion King. Scar, real name Taka, is the younger brother of King Mufasa and uncle of future King Simba. His motivation to overthrow his older brother as king is made even more difficult by Simba, who is next in line for the throne. His jealousy is matched by his cunning, intelligence, and charisma. Scar is an excellent manipulator who also controls an army of hyena that join him when he usurps Mufasa's throne at Pride Rock. He remains one of the most popular villains in one of the most popular films in Disney animated history. Who doesn't love them some Scar? The Lion King was a massive hit when it came out in 1994, and Scar was as big a part of why as Simba or any other character in the movie. Jeremy Irons' voice and over-the-top yet bored delivery made this black-maned lion one of the more distinct Disney villain personalities.
I'm surrounded by idiots. This is just for you and your daddy. You know, a sort of father-son thing.
His familial tie with Mufasa and Simba made his evil deeds even more reprehensible. One of the things I love about his character is how he interacts with Mufasa at the beginning of the movie. There's so much we didn't know about their relationship, but their history with each other made both characters deeper without having to do or see much. Maybe the most iconic part of The Lion King is a Scar line.
Long live the king.
His manipulation of little Simba after his father's death is also handled great.
Run away and never return.
In addition to all that, he's really funny.
It's a small world after all.
No, anything but that.
Love Scar. I'm very interested to see how they adapt him in next year's new movie. And the number one best Disney animated movie villain is Jafar from Aladdin. Jafar is the royal vizier to the Sultan of Agrabah, who also doubles as a sorcerer. He often hypnotizes the Sultan into taking his suggestions and aims to rule Agrabah with Princess Jasmine at his side. He is adept at convincingly disguising himself to get what he wants and is in search of the lamp so he can control the genie and take over. He finds an unlikely enemy in Aladdin, who he despises as a street rat. Jafar is a widely popular animated antagonist who will be in next year's remake of Aladdin in live-action form. Jafar is a master manipulator. He can get others to do his bidding by several different means. While his snake staff might be the most well-known, my personal favorite in the movie is his old man disguise.
Whoever has the gold makes the rules.
We can't talk about Jafar without talking about Iago. Their banter is one of the best parts of Aladdin.
And his chump daughter for the rest of our lives.
No, Iago. Only until she finds a chump
husband. Then she'll have us banished. Or beheaded.
Jafar can be elegant, goofy, dark, and threatening throughout the film. He's a well-rounded adversary for Aladdin and a very dangerous enemy. As we get toward the climax of the movie, we see
How snake-like I can be!
he's just awesome. Jafar holds all the qualities of a great villain in one of Disney's greatest animated films. In my opinion, he's the best of the bunch. Over on my personal channel, you can check out an episode of The Countdown Continued where I discuss and order the honorable mentions from this list. Also, a Jumanji 95 versus Jumanji 17 comparison video will be going up soon, so stop on by for more content. I want to hear what you guys think. What is your favorite Disney animated movie villain? What do you want me to cover next on the show? Leave a comment and let me know. To keep in touch, like my Facebook page, facebook.com/AwesomeWalterB, and follow along on Twitter to take part in more polls about what may be covered in the future. See you next week on a brand new episode of Top 5.